Okay, I'm gonna do 52 first. Possible action. Discussion deliberation regarding a request from Johnny Check. Is that correct? TYI Trading LLC to amend the Nye County Code Chapter 8.04 fireworks by increasing the maximum quantity of permits which may be granted to sellers, customer display fireworks in the county. I'll hear what you got to say.
All right, my name is Johnny Check. It's spelled C-H-E-K. And I know that there are currently 6 licenses, and I know that there are a lot of concerns with the local business stating that these 6 licenses have been grandfathered in, so then that's the amount that is only allowed. In addition to that, many residents thinks that if you have a fireworks place that's near their residence, it would be bad for them. So I have located
Is this his mic on? Your mic on?
Yeah, this
Okay.
mic is on. Sorry. So I have located a business on Bison Avenue that is vacant, and that is at least 1.8 miles away from the nearest residence. So I am definitely planning on meeting and exceeding any rules and regulations that you guys have. If you would allow me to apply for a license or permit.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
we've this board in various forms have heard the extension of licenses before and been turned down multiple times, and I am not willing to take that fight again. I know there's a certain amount that seems to work, and if Mr. Check wants to buy one of those businesses, that's completely his business, but I'm not willing to move forward with new licensing at this time.
Mr. Chairman, can I speak on this?
Sure, go right ahead.
I don't know where that rule came from in the first place, but whatever happened to free enterprise? If it's possible, we could make a change and bring in some new business of any kind. I would more than welcome it. It would be at least a few more jobs for people, I'm sure, and depending upon how big the project is, because I know fireworks bring in a lot. And now that we have a shooter site, we're going to have more people coming. So, I mean, if he's willing to stick his neck out and take that chance, I don't know why we couldn't let him do that. I don't know what it would take to do that. Yes. Okay.
Ordinance change.
If we could, I don't know exactly how it's worded on here today, if we could say we wanted to do an ordinance change or bring it back.
Make a motion.
Make a motion to
See if
do
you
an
get a
ordinance
second,
change.
see where we go.
I would be happy to try to accommodate anybody that would like to bring a business. And these are not the best of times to be doing that. So he's quite a brave man here. So I guess I could make a motion to bring an ordinance forward. Would that be
Amendment to the
proper?
ordinance forward, yeah.
To amend the ordinance, amend the current
I'm
ordinance.
Yeah, to amend the current ordinance, and do I need to add anything else to that? Or,
You want to increase the maximum number of fireworks companies? And
how about we just bring it forward and just remove the amount of fireworks permits that could be had? It's free enterprise. I don't know why we couldn't do that.
That's your motion?
Yes.
Do I have a second? I'll second it for
second it.
discussion.
She said she was second.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Okay, now.
I
Go
like
ahead.
discussion. Any other discussion on this? Fireworks? Yes. Number 53.
52.
52, sorry. 52.
I mean, if I may add something. Yeah, I mean, like you said, I would like to create more jobs, right? That's definitely number one. In addition to that, I'll be renting a unit from a local business or landowner,
Mhm.
and then you guys will be collecting taxes. You will be making money off the fees and the permit. In addition to that, I know that every single fireworks stands out here pay $10,000 to the county to purchase permits for the shooter site. So if there were additional firework companies, then there will be additional 10,000 per firework companies that the town will receive.
Okay,
So those are just a few of the items.
thank you. Commissioner Boraski, I think you had a question.
Yeah, we've had, the fireworks companies we have are proven. They've been here for many years. You want to bring on another one. We already opened it up once and brought in another one. I think you're going to get to the point where you're going to have more than you need, and one will take away from the other, just like bringing more restaurants in and everything else. So I can't support bringing another fireworks company.
It's my opinion that the market would determine that. But,
Yes.
but I would like to make a comment. The last time we brought this up, I don't know if you guys remembered, but it was almost filled this room as much as animals and brothels and water, and not quite as much. But the claims that were made and the overwhelming opinions when we had that meeting was that by opening it up and making other permits available, we were reducing the value of the permits that were held by those that were already here. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm not saying that I believe that or not. I seconded Commissioner Cox's motion. I'll let my second stand.
Okay, and I'd like to comment on that too, because we wouldn't turn down a restaurant if another restaurant wanted to come in. You know, they're on their own.
You're not trying to convince me. I'm not telling you how I voted last time.
So,
No,
okay,
it's more or less addressing Mr.
why don't we turn it out to the public, see if anybody has any public comment on this item? Seeing nobody moving, somebody's moving.
Well, now they're all moving.
Okay, just was wondering if they were gonna move or
They
not.
fell asleep.
And by the way, I think there has been a precedent set already, since we've done this once before or twice before.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tim McCoy. I'm the owner of Area 51 Fireworks. By opening this up, all you're doing is shifting the current clientele that we already have to go different places. Okay, he's going to create jobs. Now I got to let go people because we don't have the business, as much of the business anymore. So all we're doing is shifting the customers to go different places, and we're shifting the people who we hire to go and have to go get a different job, maybe with him. You know, we all work together to get this shooter site up, and you're bringing up about the $10,000. The $10,000 is to buy the permits. It's not like you're gaining $10,000. So whether you opened it or you didn't, you're not going to gain any more money on the permits.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Anthony McCoy, Blackjack Fireworks. My family, as you all know, have pioneered the fireworks industry in this town. Been here the longest. Not to air out my personal business or my business, basically, but I've been struggling basically ever since the last new person came into the industry. This is just saturating the industry. I had gotten the signatures of many, many residents that don't want to see more fireworks. They do want to see more businesses. They don't want to see more fireworks. I'll reproduce those. I'll even get more petitions signed. That's not a problem. However, this is not food. This is not restaurants. This is a niche business where we have a clientele that is not going to be expanding at least any sooner. Plus, we also have issues all over the place that could potentially cripple our industry. So finding more fireworks stores in this town, it's not going to create anything more but more havoc, and it's not going to create anything more than people going out of business that have been here for the longest. That's all I have to say on it.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
I'm David Bernard, Outlaw Pyrotechnics. By the way, you might want this. My business is for sale.
Thanks.
And Mr.
By the way,
Mr.
I
Chairman,
got to ditto everybody here. It's like it's not about bringing more business in. that's distributing the wealth here. And what you're doing is ruining my business by bringing in another one. It's like brothels. Why don't you have one on every corner? What's the difference?
Because
Mr.
they don't have
Chairman?
enough customers?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, ma'am.
the second speaker reminded me of something, jogged my memory about something. I'm sorry, Donna, I'm going to
Okay,
withdraw
go
my
ahead.
second.
Okay.
Okay, do I have a second for Donna's motion?
Can I second my, oh, no, I can't second my motion.
All right, I'll second it for more discussion. Go ahead.
Douglas Burda, B-U-R-D-A. Just a couple of general comments here. I think the main resistance from the current industry in Pahrump is that, you know, I think everyone really believes in free enterprise. I mean, we are in the US of A, for God's sake. Everyone loves free enterprise. In this instance, I think the main issue is changing the rules of a game that's already been played for a certain amount of time that has necessitated investments and planning and a number of other, sweat of the brow type things that will now have to be adjusted on the basis of opening up the number of licenses, if that's what we're talking about here. I think that's my main point here. I would just also add that the free enterprise aspect of it, I can't argue that. I don't think anyone in this room should argue that and call themselves a U.S. citizen. So I'm not sure that that's the issue here.
Mr. Chairman.
Competition, that's what it's about.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
I've ridden this horse a few times, made motions. That's why I didn't make a motion or a second this time. Also, I firmly, of course, believe in free enterprise. But what the one gentleman said is absolutely true with this. This is a niche market. There's only so many customers we're going to get here. All we're going to do is move it around from, you're going to go to his store, they're going to go to her store. I don't see a benefit for us in it, and that's why I didn't make them.
I think it just solved the whole problem when the third speaker handed him
That's
the
what I
business
said.
card.
That's
I
what I
think
was
we're
thinking,
done. Yeah.
But you got a motion and a second on the floor, so.
Okay. Any more public comment?
I'd just like to add one other thing, and I'll try and say this delicately because there are members of the board that were here the last time I was here to speak on this issue. And that is that at the time that my company was before you debating a similar issue, there were a very distinct set of circumstances before us. One, there was a fireworks permit in town that had expired at the time that we put our application in. And two, the DA at that time determined that two of the businesses in town were actually acting as alter egos of each other. So it was legally permissible to treat those two as one for the purposes of determining the quantity of permits in the calculation of the quantity of permits. So I think those circumstances being absent from the current calculation, I think also weigh in favor of ultimately not approving an extension of the number of permits currently stated in the statute.
Okay, well, thank you for your comment.
Thank you.
Are you saying that's changed now? Because wasn't that McCoy versus McCoy? And are they considered one business now or two?
I'm not sure of the exact companies that were at issue in that
I
particular
remember
argument.
that.
I'm sure it's part of the record.
I wasn't on the board then, but I remember the McCoy versus McCoy.
I think the issue was that there was one company who was holding two permits, supposedly at two different locations, but one of the locations was like an empty pad or something like that. And so because of that, they had treated them as one.
Correct. Again, thank you for your comment.
Thank you.
Okay, we got any more public comment?
Yeah, may I please add something else? I mean, I definitely appreciate what everybody had said, and I know that prior to this, you guys didn't have a shooting site, and people were coming here, buying firework, and they have 24 hours to leave.
Yes.
Now that you guys had opened up the site, perhaps they might be bringing new business that wasn't here before. So therefore, I really think that there might be a bigger potential for the town as well. So it's not that we're trying to shift business and take business from current owners. We're trying to bring something new to the table that might not even been here before.
Yeah. And you sound like a businessman, and you know what it takes to actually calculate what you think success is. In 1 year doing it, with only a certain amount of sessions, doesn't really give us that number. So we need more to, parametrically you might say something, but in this case you can't. We don't have enough data points to tell us we're doing better or not.
Right, obvious.
Okay.